Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel for another quick champion guide where today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite mystic characters in the game, Miss America Chavez. Now, America is what I would describe as a non-traditional mystic champ. So when you think of the mystic class, you of course think of champs that punish buffs, right? And most often these are going to be champs that excel at removing buffs, like your clairvoyance or long shots, or champions that are very good at preventing buffs, like Wiccan or Sim Supreme. America is a champion who instead punishes buffs by significantly increasing her own attack rating for every buff on the defender. And when you combine that with her unique form of ability power rate control and her flexible rotation, you end up with one of the most formidable mystic champs in MCOC. Alright, before we go any further, let's go ahead and ask the question that I'm sure at least one of you has already started typing in the comments below, and that is, does America Chavez need to be awakened? And the answer here is absolutely not. So if we quickly take a look at her signature ability, it says that when 3 unique dimensions are active, you get 2 bonus effects. Now the first effect increases the potency of something called your dimensional energy infusion. Now we'll talk about the specifics of that a little bit later, but when she's unduped, Chavez has the ability to increase her attack rating by a maximum of 240%. And at Sig 20, this maximum is increased to 280%, and at Max Sig, you can increase her attack rating by a whopping 360%. Now the second effect here is that you gain an extra stack of the dimension that you use to activate your special 2 with, and again we'll cover what that means a little bit later in the guide. So the point here is that the dupe is very good, the extra attack is definitely useful, but it is by no means necessary, and you're still going to have really good results from playing her unduped. I would feel very comfortable ranking up a Chavez even unduped. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay. Alright, the very first thing that you want to know about America Chavez is that similar to champions like Gladiator or Dr. Doom, her heavy attack triggers a passive stun and is meant to be used as part of a normal basic combo. Now the heavy attack is the most important part of her kit, and understanding it is going to be key to getting the most out of her. So America's heavy attack has 3 hits in it, and each one switches between 3 different dormant dimensions, represented by these 3 icons up here. So each of these dimensions provides a different bonus effect. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But for now, know that your goal is to have at least 1 stack of each dimension active for as long as possible. If you use your heavy attack and allow it to completely finish, you'll gain a stack of the purple dimension. If you instead cancel your heavy into a special attack or a striker after either of the first 2 hits, you'll gain a stack of the corresponding dimension instead. So canceling after the second hit gets you a stack of the blue dimension, and canceling after the first hit gets you a stack of the orange dimension. Each unique dimension that you have active increases your attack rating by 40%, so with all 3 active you're more than doubling your attack rating, and then at Max Sig you get an additional 20% flat on top of that for each dimension. So at the start of the fight, begin by doing a full medium, light, 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 heavy combo, and allow your heavy to finish completely to gain a stack of the purple dimension. From here, do a second medium, light, 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 heavy combo, but cancel the heavy after the second hit with your special 1. This will get you a stack of the blue dimension, and also notice that she gained a bunch of power. Your special 1 grants 40% of a bar of power per unique dimension, which means this first special 1 just netted you 80% of a bar of power. From here, again, do a third medium, light, 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 heavy combo, but then cancel the heavy after the first hit with your special 1. This is going to get you a stack of the orange dimension and about 1.2 bars of power. Now at this point you have all 3 dimensions active and your attack has been increased by a bunch. Now you're ready to unleash a big special 2. So your special 2 gains different effects based on the last dimension you activated, and from a damage perspective you always want the orange dimension to be the most recent one. So at this point in the fight what you want to do is do another medium, light, 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 heavy combo, cancel the heavy after the first hit, but this time into your special 2. This will guarantee that the most recent dimension is the orange one. And from here you can repeat as necessary, refreshing the dimensions as they fall off and ramping back up to another big special 2. Alright, let's take a look at a fight in real time. This is a Star-Lord with 850,000 health, starting off the fight with a full combo and a full heavy to get a stack of the purple dimension. Then we're going to follow that up with another full combo, canceling the heavy after our second hit to get the blue dimension. That's going to get us a bunch of power here. baiting out that special one, another full combo, canceling the heavy now after the first hit, which gets us a bunch of power, and now we're set up for our big special 2, trying to get this special 1 out of him, another full combo, canceling after the first hit into the special 2, we get a nice big burst of damage there, and then from here, we can kind of start to reset. So our purple dimension is about to fall off, so we're going to do another full heavy to get a stack of that back. And now from here, I'm going to cancel my heavy with the striker after the second hit. This is going to get me a stack of the blue dimension and also allow us to keep going. Another full combo, cancel the heavy after the first hit to get a third stack of the orange dimension. And now we're already set back up for another big special 2. Another full combo, cancel the heavy after the first hit, special 2 burst, nice red burst damage there. And again, we're just kind of cycling through this. So you can kind of see how the striker makes her rotation a lot more flexible because it allows you in a single combo to get 2 dimensions up, which is really, really nice. So highly recommend any sort of striker for America Chavez. Iron Fist or Scarlet Witch are the ones that I would recommend. And then from here, we are already set up for a third and final special 2, and that burst damage gets him down. That was 850,000 health in just under 90 seconds. Alright, let's take a look at a health pool you might see more frequently. This is a rank 3 Maestro in Battlegrounds, 405,000 health here. I love using Chavez for Maestro. She's my go-to counter for him in Battlegrounds. Started off with just a heavy to pause his neutronium gain, followed that up with a full heavy, and that's 2 stacks of the negative zone here, and now we can kind of start our cycle. We already have our striker available, so we can heavy cancel after the second hit, and then another full combo, heavy cancel after the first hit. We have all 3 of our dimensions up now, and he's got a couple buffs active, so our attack rating is increased even more. Full combo, heavy cancel after the first hit, into the special 2. That does a decent amount of damage, but we don't get any crits, unfortunately. And now from here, we kind of just have to restart our cycles. So our purple dimension has fallen off. Going to reset that. He's got a third buff now, so our attack rating, again, just continues to increase. Going to, again, heavy cancel after the second hit with our striker. Another full combo, heavy cancel after the first hit. And that glanced our power gain because we did execute it as part of an attack, so that's going to happen sometimes against Maestro. Otherwise, if we had got the power gain there, the fight would have been over. Right here, I mistimed the special 1 and take a couple percentage points of damage. That ends up costing me the match, as you'll see here. I was forced into a really bad matchup on the other side. And shout out to my opponent here for taking this round for me. But yeah, so 405,000 health, 77 seconds. Again, could have been a little bit better if I hadn't taken a hit there, or if we hadn't gotten the glancing, but still pretty good. Alright, real quick, let's review the damage rotation. So to start off the fight, you want to do a full 5-hit combo ending in a heavy attack. Let that heavy attack fully finish to get you a stack of the purple dimension. Follow that up with a second full combo with a heavy attack, but cancel your heavy with your special 1 after the second hit. That'll get you a stack of the blue dimension. And then third, do another full 5-hit combo with a heavy attack, canceling after the first hit this time into your special 1. That'll give you all 3 of your dimensions active and enough power to leave you close to 2 bars. I should note here that although I have you activating these dimensions in a specific order, you can actually activate them in whatever order you want. You don't have to do purple, blue, orange. You can go in reverse order or whatever makes sense for the fight. And then once you're at all 3 dimensions active, full combo again, heavy cancel after the first hit into your special 2. That'll activate another stack of the orange dimension and some extra burst damage on that special 2. And then from there, refresh your dimensions as needed and repeat until your defender is knocked out. Also, remember to utilize your striker as I showed in one of the previous fights, so you can do a full combo ending in a heavy attack, cancel that heavy attack into your striker, which will get you a stack of whatever dimension you want. Then you can follow that up with another full combo right into your special attack. So utilize the striker as often as possible for like a free extra dimension. All right, before we continue, I do want to talk a little bit more in depth about what each of these dimensions do. I do like to keep these guys simple to understand, and if you're here just for a basic damage rotation, you kind of already have what you need. But when it comes to Chavez, knowing what to do is very easy, but I also believe that understand why you're doing it is very important because it opens up additional flexibility in her rotation. So each dimension grants a passive effect per stack, and it also grants a bonus effect when paired with the special Special 2, kind of as I showed you earlier. The orange dimension is called Utopian Parallel, and this one reduces the potency of Fury, Armor Up, Precision, Cruelty, and Pierce buffs by 70%, and that's one stack of it active. So consider that with 2 or more stacks of this dimension active, you are actually inverting the potency of these buffs. And when it comes to Fury, you can actually reduce the opponent's attack rating close to 0. If you activate the Special 2 with Utopian Parallel active, then you're going to get some additional red damage per hit of the special. So from a damage perspective, this is really like your bread and butter dimension. Now the blue dimension is called the Dark Dimension, and it acts as kind of a Thorns effect, reflecting 40% of energy damage that you get from hits. And honestly, this is not too useful offensively, but it is very useful when you pair it with the Special 2 because it allows you to regenerate 12% of the damage dealt by the special attack. And again, that's per stack. So if you're near the end of a fight, you know your Special 2 is going to KO the opponent and you want to top up a little bit of health, you can instead heavy cancel after the second hit and SP2 with the Dark Dimension up, and you'll heal up a little bit before the fight is over. Finally, the purple dimension is called the Negative Zone, and it reduces an opponent's ability power rate by 60% per stack. So ability power rate includes things like the power gain buffs that you find on Serpent or Hyperion, as well as passive power gain effects from nodes like Rich Get Richer, or on champs like Adam Warlock or Nova. And from a utility perspective, this is the most powerful part of Chavez's kit because inverting a defender's ability power rate is as simple as using 2 heavy attacks. If you watched any of my war videos where I feature Chavez, I talk about using this dimension quite a bit, and I really cannot understate how valuable it is for her. The last thing I want to say about these dimensions is that what makes them so powerful is that they are passive effects. The ability to reduce a champion's attack rating or invert their ability power rate is incredibly strong utility, and frankly there are a lot of champions who can do this, but the ability to do it without relying on a buff or a debuff is for me what takes Chavez to the next level. She doesn't have to worry about mystics removing her buffs, she doesn't have to worry about skill champs purifying a debuff because her utility is just always there, right? And accessing it is as easy as using a heavy attack. To really drive home the point about her utility, I have one more fight to show you. This is a Hyperion from Act 8. Has a node where if you stay far away from him, his power gain buffs are going to be charged. So if you don't have a way to control his power, you're really going to have a bad time here. So you can see at the start of the fight here, we've already activated 2 stacks of the Negative Zone, and now his power gain is completely shut down and is in fact being reversed, allowing us to better control the fight, still build up back to that big Special 2, which is right there, does a nice bit of damage. I think this Hyperion has about 500,000 health, if I remember correctly. We can always add another stack of the Negative Zone if we need to, but right now we are in full control of this fight. We don't have to worry about his power gain at all, and then right back into another Special 2 ends the fight. So incredibly powerful ability power rate control from Chavez. One more thing, I do want to remind you that if you are looking for more America Chavez gameplay, I do have quite a bit of it on the channel, so I'll link some of my war vids in the description below that do feature her if you're interested in seeing how she performs in a Tier 1 Alliance War situation. That's going to do it for another champion guide, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you found this guide helpful to you, please remember to hit that like button, share the guide with your friends, share it with your Alliance mates, and if you've made it this far into the video, please leave me a comment below that says America, heck yeah. Listen, we got to keep it family friendly, okay? And as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.